That's my little brother. Like, if you Google right now who was Kobe Bryant's favorite player when he was in high school, it was me.
Make some noise for that.
Make some noise for that.
If you Google that right now, it was me. So that's my little brother. Like, I'll never forget, we was working out at UCLA, and y'all know this as artists. We was working out and doing our thing, and we felt like, yo, we're going to go to Berkeley in Santa Monica and get massages and like rehabilitate and get in the steam and whatever. But what I didn't know, his ass was going back to the gym, and he didn't tell me. So I was going to LA to kick it. So we worked out in the morning. You know this, coach. That's why you laughing. So like we go work out in the morning, and I'm thinking like we're done, and I'm doing the LA thing. His ass went back to the gym and didn't tell me. He did that every fucking day.
I got a story for you. I come up in Jersey. I park the car in the garage. I'm going to see my man. It's one of them buildings that you go to the lobby and you got to take the other elevator to go to the 30th floor or something. You got to get out in the lobby.
I got to keep this around me for you sometime, Joe.
Okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Right? I come out in the lobby and there's 30 people that live in that building surrounded the front desk. So, of course, I go be nosy. I'm like, yo, what's going on? The security, the doorman is watching a little black and white TV. It's the finals. So I'm watching the finals. If you ever wondered one time, you ever said, yo, what were other people thinking at this moment? I happened to be there by mistake with 30 people watching the basketball finals. So I go over there, everybody's watching, Asian people, white people, Spanish, like everybody, the whole lobby is rampant watching this little TV. They down 2 points, right? The Lakers are down 2 points. The other team got the ball, so they're about to throw the ball in. Kobe jumps over something, hits the guy, the ball hits the guy and goes, the whole 30 people, everybody's crying. I'm like, they're still down 2. They got the ball. Why are you crying at this point, guys? Because you knew that motherfucker was going to curl and hit that 3 in your face. That ball got checked in. He did the curl and shot that 3 in their fucking face. The whole 30 people knew exactly what was going to happen with Kobe Bryant. And this is why I say he's the second best.
This is why I say, right? So, like, what people understand is, it goes back to, like, what Kiss was talking about with Big, right? Or when his untimely demise is like when I see people act like they were more cooler with him than they were, it like bothers me to this day because like when Kobe first came back from overseas,
small circle,
I'm the first person that he met, right? We played the ABCD together. And his father, I was dribbling and stuff, and his father was like, yo, can you teach my son how to dribble? He was like, and this is not me talking, because I ain't talking about it in 20 years. Kobe said it in his retirement in Boston, right?
Sam.
So Kobe said it out of his mouth, and when he retired, he was like, he was like, so when I first met him, his father was like, hey, can you teach him how to dribble? He was like, my son got everything, but he really can't dribble. And I was like, who your son? And we had a game that night in ABCD, and this dude like chewing gum, walking like Jordan, talking like Jordan. And at this time, I just made McDonald's All-American. I was like, he's shooting all the balls. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this shooting the ball? This is supposed to be my team right now. And we're in Jersey. So I'm like, I'm home. Like, this is my joint. And his father was like, nah, he's just learning. He a junior. At this time, Tim Thomas is the guard, like #1 player in the country. There's nobody touching Tim Thomas. So then Cole was coming in to prove points. So I'm like, all right, I get up every morning to work out. I do my own routine before camp start. So he's like, all right, what time you want him there? And I'm being smart ass. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll be there 5 in the morning. Knowing I ain't going to be there 5 in the morning. So I get there like 7. He full sweating already. Like, oh, what we doing?
So he actually came at 5.
He came. He's just working out. He's not mad that I came 2 hours later. He's like, what's up? What we doing? What we doing? What we working on? So I'm showing him how to cross over. do all this stuff. And at this point, he like a sponge, right? So he's just learning all this stuff. And I'll never forget, like, his first year in the NBA. My first year in the NBA, if you look on the highlight when he dunked on Ben Wallace, I'm right here on the baseline next to Ben Wallace. And I'm telling Ben, like, yo, he going right to left cross. I showed him, he going right to left cross. So then he crosses, come down lane and dunks on Ben Wallace. And he's like, and at this point, you know, when you're at ABCD and you're young, all the kids are like, you know, not hating on him, but you know, we tease people. You're like, oh, you think you Jordan, you think this, you think that. And he was like, what? I'm gonna be better than Jordan. Are you crazy? He was like, Jordan shoot 1,000 jump shots. I'm shooting 2,000 makes. So you got to think, at 50%, he just shot 4,000, right? A day. Not this is his drive. So like when he get in the NBA and they start calling him Showtime and him and Shaq and all these people beefing and all that, he was already so immune to it. Whereas Kobe used to get on the bus with headphones on with no music just so he could hear people talk about him. Right? This is how vicious he was. So like when people talk about him, it's kind of like, for me, it's personal. It's like the thing with Steph. Like I seen him at that age, like where he was shooting, like you said, the discipline. He was shooting 2,000 jump shots back then. He wanted to play against Jalen Rhodes and Jerry Stackhouse and them in high school back then. It was like, no, I'm the guy. Like, don't compare me to this person, that person. So like that right there made me and him to a 25-year relationship to where under his timely demise, I was training his daughter, right? So I have a picture in my house where it's me, his daughter, the other two girls. I have a picture in my house right now. Everybody in the picture is dead but me because they was on the plane, right? So it's like, and the crazy thing about what his daughter was, he flies me to L.A. He's like, he called me. He's the only person who can do it. He called me. He's like, hey, I need you to train my daughter how to dribble. And this time I'm working with the Mavs.
This story's crazy.
I'm working with the Mavs. The kids know this story. So I'm with the Mavs. He like, yo, I'm going to fly you to L.A. I want you to work my daughter out, her and the girls. And I'm like, what girls? He like, my girls team. I got like 4 of them. They going to go to UConn. 9th grade. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I get there. He like, hey, we're going to start practice at 6 in the morning. He said, we're going to do 6, 8. We're going to do 6, 8, and 12. So I was like, you want them to work out 6 hours? And he was like, yeah. He was like, I only want them dribbling. And I was like, oh, they can't dribble 6 hours, bro. He's like, no, we're going to do 2 hours at a time. I just want them dribbling. I go there. I start working with his daughter. She's just like him. What you got, coach? What you got, coach? Now, all the parents is there watching me train them. 8 o'clock come, coach just drop the ball, take his daughter, walk out. Come back. I'm like, you know, we're going to do some shooting. No, he's like, nah, I just want them dribbling. I'll take care of the shooting. Just want them dribbling. She's like, what we got? And I'm like, coach, they can't do this the whole week, bro. And she was like, every day I walked in there, coach, what we got? We got more? Oh, coach, look, I learned this from earlier. Like, so that's why when all this stuff happened, it was just so like unsurreal for me because I meet people today that talk about, yeah, you know, Cole this, Cole, my God, this, that. They don't even know, they asked me to introduce them to his sister. So it's kind of like what Kiss said, like you saying you know somebody or somebody's your best friend or your mentor, how you don't know their sister, right? And I just saw his sister like a month ago. And she was just like, it's so crazy how when we was in high school, my brother used to come to the house and be like, yo, this the move Shammgod be doing. This the move Shammgod be doing. So like, for me, it's like I said, it's no better feeling like all the stuff I went through, you know, going to the NBA, not finishing, whatever, is like, God just had a bigger plan for me, right? And when I was young, only thing I wanted to do was inspire people. I wasn't thinking about being rich. I wasn't thinking about that because to Joe's credit, to like Jay-Z's, to the Rich Porters of the world and all that, that's all I got from Harlem was inspiration. So that's the only thing I knew that was concrete, right? Is to inspire people.